let me tell you this. Can I lit the light? I mean, do you want to ask me something else? I want to tell you something interesting about this Liam Smith-Kurbanov situation.
Well, no, tell me, go on.
I mean, the connection is really bad. Do you know that? That might affect our recording because I keep losing you. Are you losing me? Can you see me all?
No, mine's perfect. Keep.
Right, okay. Let me tell you this. I just want to reply to, because Joe McNally called me a little fucker the other day. I never been called like that before. And it's just really excited me because it's nice to be thought. I felt a bit naughty because everyone knows me. I'm a nice guy, but I am an opportunity provider first. I don't have my fighter, not my fighter, enemy, friends. Our Siesta gives you an earning opportunity and resuscitates your career when you're stale. And therefore, I've done that for Liam. He went to Russia, got robbed, in his opinion, was very vocal. I tell you what really got his done his heading. That 117, 112 card. And it did my head in too. If everyone would have given that 113, 115, Liam said he wouldn't have a problem with that. Because even if he pinched a couple of rounds, home decision always goes for the home fighter. But because that white card was so disrespectful, entire Smith family had the hump. So I became a bit of a villain because naturally they will suspect me for orchestrating that and bringing them there. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Throwing them under the bus, which I was through and through pro Liam Smith team, because actually I can't tell you all the intricate detail on the deal. But even Kurbanov's promoter was confident that Liam going to do the job. But what they underestimate is how crafty and foxy Kurbanov is. So he made it really close. Liam got robbed and he was very vocal. And Kurbanov, he's not his own man because his promoter is actually a facilitator, but he's got private funder, a huge copper company in Russia who pays for all the events and all the fights and pays all the purses for Kurbanov and opponents. So that main man tells the promoter what fight he wants to see. So Kurbanov couldn't say, oh, I'm going to go to Liverpool, do the rematch with Liam Smith, because it doesn't make any sense. You just beat Liam Smith, try to contest Team Zoo and fight for the world title on the final eliminator. So it was a holdback. They were going back and forth. Matt Rose, Team Zoo's promoter, very close friend of mine. I said to Kurbanov's team, you are not having that fight next. In fact, Liam Smith had that fight. Not many people know. And Liam had a great offer, but because it was 5-week quarantine in Australia and you had to be jabbed, have this vaccine and everything, we stumbled upon an underwater stone and our ship couldn't move in the deal because Liam said, I don't want to get vaccinated now. I don't know what kind of reaction my body going to get. I don't want to, listen, I had Nicole Kidman's villa for him with swimming pool, huge garden in Australia, paid by the Sydney Rugby Club. For him to go with the entire team for 5 weeks and have 2 weeks quarantine and train there. But because of vaccination and all this discomfort, because Liam's missus was pregnant and everything, so it was really complicated. He had great offer and he said, oh, ask Australians to postpone the fight. So eventually Eddie came out and offered Fowler a fight for decent money as well. Obviously, Eddie would diminish the thing I proposed, naturally. Said, why do you need Team Zoo fight? You can have Fowler, which is kind of partly right, because it's a great move. He beaten Fowler, we know that. He's got his stride back, and he's already a bigger star in Liverpool than even he was before, again. So he's got the momentum going. And ultimately, Team Zoo fight and Liam Smith collapsed. And then I came to Kurbanov. But Kurbanov's Team Zoo didn't want to fight Kurbanov because they thought Kurbanov doesn't have big enough profile. And it's a dangerous fight. They wanted Harrison. And they negotiated with Harrison for very long. And that fight fell through. And then we got Japanese, Takeshi Inoue, who sparred Anthony Fowler 1 camp ago. And I brought Takeshi Inoue for the sparring, and he was with Shane McGuigan and Fowler in London. So I am involved an entire 154, if you ask me. So I know what's going on. So when Liam said, oh, he doesn't want the smoke, he doesn't want it, it's nothing to do with Kurbanov. And as you saw, Kurbanov was on his doorstep. As soon as Team Dew fight collapsed, he said, right, UK, let's go. Let's confront Smith. He is fighting Patrick Teixeira on the 11th of December. Liam wants to fight Jesse Vargas. I believe that fight when I see it. Eddie told me yesterday it's been arranged for January. So we've got Liam Smith fighting Teixeira, 11th of December. Sorry, Magomed Kurbanov fighting Teixeira, 11th of December. Liam Smith fighting in January. He's fighting Jesse Vargas. Win, lose or draw, there's a rematch is looming. So we're going to have that done. But I didn't understand when Jay McNally tried to find some sort of tangling situation of connivingness al Siesta behind the scenes. I am an operator, an opportunity provider. And because they are unaware what's really going on behind the scenes, they assume they almost behaving like casuals, aren't they? Because they don't know what's going on. And if you don't know what's going on, you need to be very careful. And I forgive him, obviously, because as I said to you, being called little fucker is kind of aroused me a little bit. And, but I think I'm a little bit old enough, maybe old fucker, you know what I mean? Maybe that's better.
You definitely look like,
anyway,
you've definitely got the villain feel. You definitely got the villain feel about you.
Do I?
Yeah. I don't know if it's sort of
Man,
the accent and,
is
and the hair.
Is that a Russian accent? Is that Russian accent?
Yeah. Yeah, it's well, cold, isn't it? It's cold.
We've been expecting you, Mr. Bond. No? Do you know what I'm saying? No, we've been expecting you, Mr. Bond. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. So but man, who knows me, let's tell you. Speak to Dave Allen, who gave him his first day. We're talking 50 plus grand payday. Do you know what I mean? Lots of people got resuscitated careers. I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but I get frustrated as well, because let me tell you that fighters will not tell you how many good fights, good paydays they deny. They deny, and then they moan on social media that they don't get fighting opportunities. You know why? 90% of them are glory hunters. And what I loved about Liam Smith, he takes a fight and he takes a trouble, but he also sometimes could be easily let in. You know? So, Jesse Vargas, Liam said something he would like to listen. Magomed Kurbanov is the #3 fighter in the world. The only 2 fighters above him is Brian Castano and Charlo. You can't get higher than that. Standing outside the ringside, looking at you with the Puss in Boots eyes, saying, "I want to fight you, Liam." How amazing is that? Do you know what I'm saying? But and I'm not a pussy. I'm ready to give you a rematch. I love the atmosphere, and I want to knock you out in front of 10,000 Scousers. That's his general consensus and message. But I'm sure if Liam sees this interview, you're going to get inspired back on. He's a fighter. He's a cost character. You're going to probably text me saying, "You fucking wanker." You know what I mean? But overall, I know he loves the fight, and I love the guy. He's a great guy, very genuine character. And again, I love him because he takes a fight. I can tell you 10 names who you think are really credible, who are a bunch of pussies. I'm telling you. But anyway, that's the situation about 154 in general consensus. So guys, stop making stories up because you do not know what's going on behind the scenes at all. You're guessing. You're guessing.
Al, do you believe last night in the post-fight press conference, Eddie said that he didn't recognize or didn't know Kurbanov. Do you believe that?
Who said that?
Eddie.
Eddie Hearn. Yeah, I like the guy, so I don't want to say anything. Do you know what I mean? He's one of the best boxing on-screen talents that been produced in the last 10 years. Fantastic salesman, highly charismatic, made boxing very exciting. And this is not blowing his own trumpet. I mean, not like making him big or whatever. The guy deserves massive credit, because imagine him leaving the game tomorrow. How boring will it be?
Well, I remember you said to me when we was in Bolton for when Danny Dignam fought against who was it? Your Russian man.
Well, Andrei Sirotkin.
Yes, Andrei Sirotkin. Yeah, you said to me that was when the DAZN talks were coming sort of into the fold, into the mainstream, and you said to me that he would always be a hard figure to replace. So I know you've always said that you come from a respectful sort of way when you're talking about him.
Look, this is quite rare situation where son is so. Look, in Russia we had a comedian, Arkady Raikin, the Jewish comedian in the 60s, phenomenal. His son surpassed him. His son was unbelievable comedian and actor. Barry Hearn is a cult figure. This is the guy who learned and taught people how to sell sporting events to television. There was a previous inspiration. I've been told there was a guy where Barry Hearn got inspiration from, but it doesn't matter. He utilized it very well. Eddie continued doing a fantastic job, because if you look, we could touch upon Zaulin's what do you call him? Dynasty. Yeah. We can touch upon Warren's dynasty and stuff. And I don't want to do any put downs because the guys are in the game. We can take Akaris in France, Titovs in Russia, and so on and so forth. But Hearns, they are powerhouse. Their work ethic is incredible. The eloquency, the understanding, the convincingness, brilliant. But ultimately, Eddie is an on-screen talent, you know, because he's very corporate. He's very comfortable in telling not truth, very comfortable. And which is a great trait for a promoter. Like, for example, myself, if I know that it's haram for me to say something, but I'm really not comfortable with, even me, I will not be able to deliver that because I will have palpitation. And I feel really badly about this because I know I'm lying. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's the kind of guy that is going to say 2 + 2 = 3 with an unbelievable comfort on his face, which is brilliant. Again, listen, I'm not having a dig at him. Yeah. So I think, I don't know why we kind of focused on him, but you asked me something. He's a great figure.
I just wondered if you believe, because yesterday, obviously, I guess you didn't know this. But in the post-fight press conference, he said Kurbanov walked up to me, he didn't know who he was.
Listen, it makes it interesting, isn't it? He's just created a mini story, mini content. Kurbanov came up to me and I didn't know who he was. And I'll say Siesta, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? It's just a little content. And that he just fed that little moment. He captured the imagination of the public and the interviewers and the presser. That's what he's good at. It's brilliant. I mean, did he know who Kurbanov? Of course he did who Kurbanov is. Do you know what I mean? And he also said Kurbanov is looking for a fight. He's seen the event. He's been inspired. True. But Kurbanov doesn't need to look for a fight because he's got the richest man in Europe backing him and he can buy him any fight he wants. You know what I mean? He's not beggar, Kurbanov. He's got Tashira fight, huge fight, 11th of December, who he's paying for. So never lack of fights, you know. But anyway, look, everyone does their job. I mean, this is big theater. Same as, listen, Eddie is one thing, Tyson Fury is another. Again, you said disrespect this, disrespect that. I mean, look, that's what it is. It's a smokescreen theater. And that's what we love it for. I mean, look, if we all will be saying the truth, it will be really boring, exposing, and it's going to go controversial and almost political. And some of us might disappear. It's like Bob Marley, isn't it? It's no good. This game is dirty, and this game is a big, big theater. It's a game. I mean, I gave myself resolution. Al, you need to be honest. And I can tell you, it's really hard. It's really hard, you know, because do I know what's going on? Massively, everywhere. I mean, there's another thing, let me tell you, because I'm not a promoter, I don't have a television deal. My job is to know every little gossip that's going on in professional boxing worldwide. I need to know which promoter lost the TV deal, who's arguing, whose fighter left whom, who is grooming whom, who is tapping up whom, who's got the legal notice, and blah, blah, blah. I know it all because I need to know, am I going to the promoter? Or that fighter is not with him anymore. He's with another guy, and that guy is my friend. So therefore, I need to go to him, try to make a deal. But I also know this guy, so I need to warn him to that guy in order to not insult them. It's crazy. It's a mad, mad game.
How out of the loop are we? How out of the loop are we? Like in terms
massively.
of, I'm just going to call myself a fan just because I do interviews. I'm like, as fans, how out of the loop are we, would you say?
Massively. Guys, you don't see 90% what's going on behind the scenes. 90%. The shit that's going on. Look, little scenario. Matchroom guys, forgive me. Little scenario, just give you little box, Pandora's box opener. Where was Tasha Jonas yesterday?
Ringside.
Where was she supposed to be?
Fighting.
Why didn't the fight take place?
Eddie said it was because opponents that were filtered through with opponents that were offered were sort of filtered down, and then the last couple were refused. Is what Eddie said by her team, I believe.
Right. Okay. Wait 2 weeks. We'll think about it.
Okay. I
understand.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Everything is like this. Everything is like this. Where was Savannah Marshall on Matchroom's card? Do you follow the pattern?
Yeah.
There you go. Can you blame them? Be honest. Can you blame Matchroom?
No. I suppose they will still only be doing what they feel is right from a business perspective, which everyone does.
Exactly. Everyone is very selfish. Whilst you're with them, they commit it. The minute you're looking elsewhere, it's like marriage. You're gone. So, and this is the small 1% of what's going on behind the scenes. It's very intricate. I can't tell you any more because I am interlaced into the circle of trust. Listen, I'm walking the dark side of the moon, so I can't expand much more. But do you understand? We all know what's going on. Do we know what? We just know everything, really, all of us, kind of. But some more involved. Listen, my job is to be right at the sharp end, because this is how I earn money. My kids eat because of my awareness, informativeness, and the tentacles of intelligence outside, inside the game. So anyway, you know.